Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara, or Lara Likes Mascara, and today's video, as you can tell from the title, the thumbnail, it is an update video. So, if it's your first time here, I've been on a makeup no-buy for over 3 years now. I sort of wavered about if I should stick to it, if I should go to a low buy. For a while I thought I was going to do a low buy, but just the way that it worked out, I decided to continue my no buy for this year. And I decided to do updates every so often because I did one, I want to say like halfway through last year, and I just found it so helpful. I was like, why have I not been doing these updates on my no buy like the whole time? So yes, every 3 or 4 months, I'm going to be doing updates on how the no buy is going, any changes that have taken place, how I'm feeling about it, if I want to switch to a low buy, if I'm struggling with it, just those kind of updates. So let's get on into it. So first of all, I feel like the most interesting thing or what people want to know is if I stuck to my no buy. And I did. Congratulations me. I actually didn't even think about whether or not I stuck to it until I was writing these notes, and then I was like, oh, did I buy anything? It hadn't even occurred to me because so much has been going on. I haven't had like the time or space to even think about bringing new things in. I know that that's something that some people do when they're like stressed and you know, they feel like they have a lot going on, they will shop. But for me, that just like takes up more time and energy. So that's not what happens. So I guess when I'm busy, that's actually good for my makeup no buy because then I have no trouble sticking to it. I think also when I have more time, I spend a lot of time on buns and like looking to see if there's any nice new products that I'm interested in. But I haven't traded anything on buns like in the entire month of March. It kind of takes a lot of time. I just didn't have the time to dedicate to it. Yeah, no new things brought into my life in the past 3 months, which is pretty wild. I feel like I mentioned this in recent videos, but the first few months of the year for me have been very a lot. They've been pretty stressful, very, very busy, especially February, starting from about mid-February till end of March. Right now it's like April 2nd or something. It was to the point that the past 4 weeks I've had to film the week's video 2 days before it was going up, so that means very quick turnaround time in terms of filming and editing, and I don't like to do that. I like to have videos pre-filmed well in advance and then have the full week to edit them, just because of how much time I spend working on YouTube videos. And I mean, I don't know if it has been obvious, but I just have felt like I haven't been able to give YouTube the time that I previously did and that I should be giving it because I've just had to do such quick turnaround times. It will be better from here on out for the most part, but this really affected YouTube, I think, and also like my relationship with makeup just wasn't really able to play as much as I would like to. I wasn't able to really like brainstorm good ideas. I feel like all of my recent videos have been just like whatever I can come up with in the moment, and I don't love that because I feel like it makes me less excited about makeup. So that point is not really about makeup, but it kind of is. And because of that, everything got super cluttered in terms of my makeup. My last video, I will link it here, was actually reorganizing my makeup collection because this area behind me, you don't usually see it in videos. I like move everything and just leave the plants. It just got way over cluttered. Everything ended up going there because I didn't have time to sort through things. And so that was kind of stressing me out also. Yeah, so I reorganized it. I feel much better now. It looks much better. And I don't usually have this in here, but I decided to keep it in here for the video because I'm just happy about having reorganized everything. So, I mean, this part actually kind of helped the current project that I'm on. So what I'm doing right now is a 30-day makeup bag. So essentially I pre-selected a bunch of items and those are the only items I can reach for over the course of that month, and it's only one product in each category. So one mascara, one blush, etc. You can also check out that video here if you're interested. And it's been 3 weeks on that, I think. And it actually dovetailed very well with not having time because a lot of the time, especially if I have like a nice evening or something, I'll just like pull a different makeup product into my bag because I feel like using it for the day. But this way I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. I just use the same things every single day, which, yeah, I guess is a little bit boring, but I just didn't have the mental capacity to be thinking about what other products I wanted to reach for every day. So I think this was actually a good call to be doing this project right now. And then also just generally For the past couple months, I have been doing a lot of challenges, so I always have a project pan going. But then also recently, I started a pan those eyeshadows. I think I've had about like 4 updates for that. And then as well as this minimalist makeup challenge I was just mentioning, there's been a lot of challenges. Oh, and I forgot, I'm also doing a sort of chopping block series where I don't even remember how long ago that was, probably mid-February. I selected a bunch of items that I wasn't sure about if I should keep them, and I put them on the chopping block, and then I'll do an update in a couple of months. I did this last year as well, and it was very effective for sort of further curating my collection. But because I've had so many other challenges on the go, I haven't really been able to use those products on the chopping block and see if I wanted to keep them or not. So I don't think it's going to be as successful as last year because, like, for example, there's a couple blushes that I was like, oh, I need to figure out if I want to keep these, and I just haven't used those blushes, like, barely at all, because I've been focused on this minimalist makeup bag. So that's kind of my bad. I probably shouldn't have done all of these challenges that are overlapping. I mean, especially with this pan those eyeshadows, this last update, I've only gotten to use those eyeshadows for a couple of weeks because then I introduced the minimalist makeup bag. So it was probably too much. I enjoy doing all of these challenges, don't get me wrong, but I think, yeah, it probably wasn't a good call to do them all at the beginning of the year. I don't know why I decided to do that. Maybe I was just out of other video ideas, but here we are in this pickle. The next point that I want to bring up about this update, or sort of what I've been reflecting on for the past couple months, is my personal usage of makeup products. I have this note in my phone where previously I was tracking all the products that I would finish per month, and when I scroll back and look at like mid 2021, I would finish like 7 to 10 products per month. And now I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, I'm lucky if I finish like 2 makeup products in a month and 2 skincare. Let me just scroll back and see what I can find, if I still saved it. Okay, so in October, I think this was October 2020, I finished off a makeup remover. I finished a concealer, face wash, face moisturizer, bronzer, avocado mask, dark foundation, body moisturizer, lip chubby stick, Revlon foundation. This was the best month for sure, but I just need to show you how extreme this was. Powder, and then these next 4 are declutters, but still, Wet n Wild palette, Elizabeth Arden palette, Maybelline purple eyeshadow, and Lush lip scrub. That was all in the course of 1 month, which blows my mind. I'm like, how was I possibly getting through that many products? Now it's not nearly that many. So yes, this was an extreme month, but I was still finishing quite a few things every single month. I don't really know what changed. I feel like I'm still using just as much makeup as I ever was, but I think I was very, very like dedicated. Not that I'm less dedicated now, but I don't know. I don't really know why it is that I'm not finishing as many items, but I just wanted to sort of give that comparison. So I definitely have slowed down my usage. I'm not quite clear why that is, but I just thought I would offer it because it is interesting in the context of this no-buy. Because it's not like I've been bringing new things in, of course. I've still been sticking to my no-buy. I think I also usually give an update on just like other new things that I brought into my life. At least I did for the past 2 updates, but that's because I had purchased things recently. Plato's Closet is my favorite store, and for each of those 2 updates I had been to Plato's fairly recently, whereas now I haven't. I went at the end of January because I was in the area, but I haven't been since then, so I have nothing. I forgot I actually did go to Plato's at the end of January, so quite a while now, but I got a new jacket, like winter coat. Sorry about this angle. And also this running sweater from Lulu, so nothing too exciting, but I thought I would show them anyways. So as I was saying, I just haven't been shopping recently. There's just been too much going on. Hopefully I will make a trip to Plato's soon, and I can definitely update you with what I get, but nothing exciting to report on lately, which is good, right? Like, I'm on a no-buy. I'm not necessarily on like a clothing or any other kind of no-buy, but that's just kind of how it's worked out the last little while. I've been doing a great job with decluttering my clothing, so that's been a ton of fun, and sometimes I kind of get more joy from like getting rid of things than I do bringing things in, which is new. And I know that, yeah, a couple years ago I would have been like, what is wrong with me? What is going on? So there's just one more thing that I feel like is worth noting about the past couple months, which is that I'm finally using products that I actually enjoy. I think a couple people have commented this in videos or like in Instagram posts, but for so long I was just working through things that I either disliked or didn't really feel much towards. And now I feel like I finally worked through those items, and I, for the most part, am using items that I really, really enjoy. Like I used to look through my makeup bag and be like, I want you gone, I want you gone, I want you gone. And now I look through my makeup bag and I'm excited to use them. Like the products that are in my 1 month minimalist makeup bag are products that, yes, are in my project pan, but that I am happy to be using. I'm using Orange You Glad on my eyes, as you can see. My foundation, if you've watched my videos, I was forcing myself to work through the Tarte foundation for a long time, which was a completely wrong color for me. But now that I finished that, my face products, so much better. Like I look in the mirror and I like marvel at my skin now when I'm wearing foundation, because it just looks so much better. Even like just foundation and no other products. I took a couple of videos of myself because I was just like, wow, like this is what it looks like when your foundation actually matches your skin tone. It's incredible. I also got rid of 2 small eyeshadow palettes recently, which has been huge because I was really trying to get as much use out of those as I could. I kind of knew that it was inevitable that I would get rid of them because there was only like one color, one shadow in each palette that I actually liked and that I reached for, but I would force myself to use the other ones. I just decided it's time. I got enough use out of them for me, and hopefully I would be able to find new homes for them. So my eyeshadow collection is very much pared down. I think I'm gonna post an Instagram update of what my eyeshadow collection is looking like now, because I think I have 8 eyeshadow palettes, which is amazing. It's under 10. I think that's around the number I want to keep it at. I have enjoyed playing around with eyeshadows for sure and a lot of different looks, but you will be able to see those in my updates, like my Pan Those Eyeshadows updates and my 1 month makeup bag updates. I feel like I've been enjoying using makeup, and so that has been really fun. I just remembered that I don't know when I got this product. This is the NYX glitter primer. I actually don't reach for it that often, which is maybe not great. I probably should use this more. I've only used it a handful of times. I just didn't find it that effective on those couple of times when I used it, so I stopped reaching for it. But this I might have gotten after my last update, so if I did, then this was a new purchase. This was in 2021 though, I believe, so kind of on the cusp. And then just looking ahead to the next little while, because my next update would be at the end of June, and so I'll give you a little update of what I think is going to happen over the next couple of months in terms of my makeup collection. June is my birthday, so I think that I probably will get a couple of things. Now that I have decluttered so many eyeshadow palettes in the past year, I kind of do feel that there are some gaps in my collection. I don't have that many singles, and so I might pick up a couple of singles from Cleona, I think that's how you say them. They're located in Toronto, which is great. They look beautiful, indie brand, cruelty-free, vegan, all that. I might pick up a couple of those. And then I also will probably need a new concealer sometime soon. I've been saying that for like 6 months now, but my MAC concealer just refuses to be finished. I don't know what is in that stuff, but I use it every day. It's literally my only concealer, and yet it's still not finished. So at some point I will be needing a new concealer. I'm considering picking one up in the Sephora sale, but I don't want to pick one up and then not be able to use it for the next like 4 months because that MAC concealer just keeps sticking around. So I haven't decided. I might get the LYS concealer, or there was another one that I was thinking about, or the Kosas. I feel like I hear the most about those two. I'm also curious to try LYS. In terms of skincare, I'm thinking of picking up a Supergoop sunscreen. I am just about to finish I think it's just called Supergoop Play sunscreen, and to replace it, I purchased sunscreen from The Ordinary, which is a chemical one, I think it is. It leaves a white cast. It has quite a scent, and it doesn't work with the primer that I'm using. And I'm really trying to get use out of my primer, but when I use that sunscreen, I can't use the primer. Also, if I want to wear sunscreen and no makeup on top, I can't really do that with The Ordinary one because of the white cast. I just look deathly ill. So I think I'm going to pick up that sunscreen replacement in the Sephora sale also. Not fully decided, but I'm leaning towards it. Anyways, that's all that I'm going to be getting for the next little while. Hopefully the next time I do an update, I am not a disaster as I am today. Yeah, sorry. I feel like I need to apologize. I think that that's all that I wanted to update you on. Apologies if I was talking really fast. I'm kind of in a rush, as usual. Now let's move on to the book that I've been reading lately, and this week is actually not going to be a book. I'm going to talk about a movie for once. So this is called Scarborough. If you've been watching me for a while, you will remember I talked about the book Scarborough by Catherine Hernandez. I will insert a picture here. One of my favorite books of 2021. Didn't come out in 2021, but that's when I read it. Beautiful. It's the story of a number of individuals who live in Scarborough, which is an area of Toronto. And it's just so honest. Like, it really, really gets at these characters. They seem so real, like they're based on real people. Their problems are genuine. And the movie adaptation was the best film adaptation that I've seen, like one of the best ones that I've seen ever. The Hunger Games 2 is an excellent film adaptation. Of course, all the Harry Potters are as well, but this took us to the next level. It was so good. I can't say enough good things about it. I feel like I don't have the time and space today to actually explain how good this film is. But if it is available to you, I have no idea how to access it if you're outside of Toronto. Like, it's playing a lot of cinemas here and it's doing really, really well, which is amazing. But just keep your eyes out for it. I will link the trailer below. It's so beautiful. Probably my favorite film that I've seen this year so far. And I hope that everyone gets to see it because I've never seen a film like that before. So that's gonna be it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Hopefully I will be less stressed next time. And have a good day. Have a good week. Bye-bye.